What is going on, YouTube, and welcome back to the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. We have a big Monday night matchup tonight in Baltimore. You got the Colts traveling to Baltimore to play Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens, while Carson Wentz and the Indianapolis Colts are getting ready to play them. It's going to be a huge week for the Colts, huge week for the Ravens, especially for the Colts. Colts are 1-3. Colts have not shown the ability to really beat playoff teams. 8 of the last 10 games versus playoff teams we have lost. That's a problem. That's a problem. It shows we got to put games together. We got to be able to put a full game together, play consistent offense and defense throughout the entire game. No great first half offense, terrible second half offense, then great defense second half. We can't play games like that. If we want to win these type of games versus these playoff caliber teams, these championship caliber rosters, we have to get up and put the game away and play a consistent game. Is it going to happen tonight? We don't know. We don't know. The Colts are not in a good spot. They're not in a good spot. Their backs are against the wall, and that is when they do play the best. Nonetheless, it's a big game tonight. And before we get into really predicting the game a little bit, we're going to go through the injuries for each team and give you my thoughts. Then I'm going to give you my thoughts on this game and who is going to win. So, Colts have Kwity Paye is out with the hamstring. Braden Smith is out with the hamstring. Is out with the foot and thumb. That's a huge loss versus a very good Ravens front. Corey Willis, ankle/groin, is questionable. And cornerback Rocky Ya-Sin is out with an ankle. Yeah, some very, very good players. And then you also have running back Jordan Wilkins, which is a non-football illness. He is out. So, some really big players are out. Braden Smith, that's a huge one. Rocky Ya-Sin has actually played fairly decent this year, so that sucks that he's out. Corey Willis, I really hope he plays because, the Ravens got Sammy Watkins, Marquise Brown. They got some really good deep threats, and we need our safeties. Even though Corey Willis, more of an in-box safety, he'll come up in the box, play as a linebacker sometimes. But, he's a very good safety nonetheless. Joey Blackman is very good as the other safety. Really sucks to see Kwity Paye, the first rounder, miss 2 games already. Braden Smith is going to be out versus a really good Ravens front. Corey Lewis, hopefully he plays. Rock, that hurts. Even though Rock has had a decent season so far. Darius Leonard did not practice on Thursday. He was limited Friday and Saturday, but he's going to play with the ankle. Nyheim Hines was listed early in the week. He did not practice on Thursday. On Friday he was limited, and Saturday he was full. So Nyheim Hines will go. He doesn't have anything designated. Carson Wentz, full participant all week. Jack Doyle rested. Eric Fisher rested. And Ryan Kelly did not practice on Friday, but he logged a full practice on Saturday with the groin. So, and Kamoko did not practice with an ankle, but maybe it was just rest, some precautionaries. So we'll see. Now let's look at the Ravens' injuries. They also have a very, very big one as well. Both of these teams have star tackles out. Ronnie Staley for the Baltimore Ravens is out with an ankle. Safety Geno Stone, who has been a solid safety for the Ravens, did not practice Thursday. He was limited Friday and Saturday and is questionable. Tackle Alejandro Villanueva did not practice Thursday or Friday with the knee, and Saturday he was limited, so he is questionable as well. And then their other safety in Deshaun Elliott with the quad was limited all week, and he was questionable. I think Deshaun Elliott will play. Geno Stone, I think they both will play. The end of the week's off on limiteds, so Deshaun Elliott was limited all week, but we don't know. And if 2 of their safeties is out, that's going to be huge because the Colts do have Paris Campbell. They do have Michael Pittman, who has shown to be a great deep threat. Nyheim Hines could go deep. The Colts have some players that can go deep, so that would be big if both safeties are out. And then if the Ravens both tackles are out, that's going to be huge as well because the Colts, their defense line is okay. The inside is great. The outside, the edge rushers could be better, but they get the job done. They are inconsistent, and then Kwity Paye is out. But hopefully, Kamoko will take advantage if both tackles are out and whoever else is rotating in or out on the other side. So let's get into some of the predictions. So, this Colts defense, a key to winning this game is going to have to put pressure on Lamar and be able to contain him. Don't let Lamar Jackson go crazy. If you let Lamar Jackson go crazy and they score a lot of points, they put up 31 points, 35, 38 points, you probably are not going to win this game. You probably are not going to win this game. But if you hold them, maybe 21, 24, something around there, you have a shot to win. If it's more than 30, it's going to be very difficult to win. This Ravens defense is still very solid. It has not been as crazy as it was, but it's still very solid defense. And, this Colts team has to stay consistent. If this Colts team could stay consistent throughout the entire game, if the defense, if the defense has a game where they're terrible the first half and they're pretty good the second half, they're probably not going to win the game because the Ravens are a team where they're going to get up and they're going to just milk the clock. They're just going to milk and chew that clock. And they're not going to give you a chance to get back into it. So you have to play defense the full 4 quarters if you want a chance. And you have to play offense the full 4 quarters because Lamar Jackson could take off and run any freaking play. And if the Colts are up 7 points and then they get the ball back with a chance to go up 2 possessions, you got to go up 2 possessions. If that's not done, the Colts are not going to win. You have to and you have to capitalize on the little things. Early on, don't go for fourth downs that are unnecessary, Frank. If it's early on in the game, take your three. Take your three. Take your three if it's early on in the game. Say you're on the goal line and you're up 7 and they stop you and it's fourth down. Kick the field goal. Go up 2 possessions. You're gonna be up 2 possessions anyways if you get a touchdown or the field goal. That's huge. It's huge to go up 2 possessions. Come on, man. Come on, Frank. Call a great game. Carson, play a great game. Carson, you've been phenomenal. This offensive line has to play very well. The biggest key to the Colts, for the Colts in this game, is to get Jonathan Taylor going. The Colts are undefeated in games where Jonathan Taylor runs for 80 or more yards. If you get Jonathan Taylor going, the chances of winning dramatically goes up. And JT's not going to be happy from the last time he played the Ravens. Yeah, we don't have Nelson. Yeah, we don't have Braden Smith. So, Glow, you've got to step it up. Ryan Kelly, you've got to step it up. Eric Fisher, you've been doing fine. You gotta keep playing hard. You gotta play hard the 4 quarters. Frank, if this happens every game. The offense starts hot, you go down, you score a touchdown, and you just open the game off pretty good on offense. But after the 10, 15 scripted plays, the offense falls into the offense becomes dormant. And if you do this versus a very, very good Ravens team, it's going to be a long game. If you go dormant at all, you have to. This is a playoff team. This is a championship caliber team. We played a very consistent game versus the Rams. That's what we need to do versus the Ravens, but clean up on the small things. We have to execute. This team is very capable of making a deep playoff run. But if they cannot fix the small things, if they cannot capitalize, if they cannot execute, they will not be going anywhere. They will be staying home when the playoffs start. So big week, big week. So my head says the Ravens will win. My head says Ravens will win and will win pretty comfortably. Maybe like 24, 10, 13. As if the Colts don't have a consistent game plan. If the defense isn't consistent all game. And that's been a common theme with this team. You can't play full. Neither side struggles to play all 4 quarters. Or Frank Reich makes bad decisions. It's a common themes. It's the same damn things over and over and over again. You can't keep making the same mistakes over and over again. And that's what this team does. That's what this team does. They make the same mistakes over and over again. At some point, it comes down to coaching as well. It's not just the team. It's not just the players. The players ultimately are the ones going out and executing. Sometimes it's coaching. Frank Reich, if you can't handle it, let Marcus Brady call some plays, please. Please. And Carson, throw the ball away instead of taking a big hit. Carson knows how to do that. He has to throw the ball away instead of trying to extend plays, and then all of a sudden he fumbles, and then the Ravens are up 14 instead of us going down and maybe tying the game. The Ravens take the fumble back for a touchdown for 6, and they're up 13, 14 points. We can't be having that. This we don't know what this offense can really do yet. We haven't seen it be consistent. The run game is very good. The run game is very good. We just gotta see some consistency, man. That's what I've been saying this whole video. Consistency. Now the Ravens, like I said, the Ravens are a very good team. The defense is very good. The defense line is very good. The linebackers are solid. The corners are good. The safeties are good. The offense is good. If Ryan Taylor and Alejandro Villanueva are out, it's going to be huge. Even though Ronnie Taylor was out versus the Colts last year, and the Ravens still did perfectly fine. But we have to contain Lamar Jackson and don't get beat over top by Marquise Brown. Let the Ravens, let them drive. Let them drive down the field. Yeah, that's what they do best. Make them go 14, 15, 16 plays even. Make them do that every single drive. Don't let them hit you with bombs every drive. Hit you with, 23-yard pass here. 26-yard pass here. A 20-yard run here. You can't be doing that. Hold them to third downs. Get them in third and long situations in offense. Don't get in third and long situations. Right? Don't be too predictable. It's the same things over and over again. And if we capitalize on these things, if we clean up those little things, we're going to be a phenomenal team. We're going to be a great team. Right now, I do not think we're going very far with how loaded the AFC is. If this team can't fix up the little things, I get it. A lot of the players are hurt. I get it. When you lose a player like Braden Smith and Quentin Nelson, there's going to be a drop-off. There is going to, without question, be a drop-off. But when you get a chance to execute. Big thing for tonight. So, like I said, my head says Ravens like 24-10. My heart actually thinks that the Colts can pull it out, though. I honestly think that the Colts are going to have one of those games. Their backs are up against the wall. I think Frank Reich is going to call a phenomenal game. Frank Reich, on primetime, when the Colts are up against the wall, this team is very, very good. Very good. So, I'm actually going to take my Colts. I'm going to take our Colts. I think the Colts do win. I'm going to take them in 27-23 fashion. They allow a lot of field goals, but they don't allow many touchdowns. They allow 2 touchdowns, and the rest are field goals by the Ravens. And then the Colts score 3 touchdowns, score 2 field goals. My prediction. Hot Rod, have a good game, maybe. Have a good game, man. We need you. We need you hitting those threes and those extra points are huge. Every point matters. And Justin Tucker, man, if the game comes down to him, forget it. If the game comes down to a Justin Tucker 55-yard field goal, forget it. Just forget it. The dude's probably got it in the bag, okay? It's another thing. Justin Tucker is a huge X factor in this game. Very, very good kicker. So, that's my prediction for tonight's game. That's my, kind of just ranted about the Colts, gave you my thoughts on some of the Ravens players. I just gave you, my honest thoughts on the game tonight. Basically, more so on the Colts side, mostly. But it's going to be a fun game. Fun primetime Monday night game. Whether the Colts win or lose, it's going to be so much fun to watch them on primetime. Unless they get absolutely blown out, it won't. But Love being back on primetime. Love being on primetime. Absolutely love it. So that's all I got for you guys in this video, in this prediction, in this talk about the Colts versus Ravens, a preview. Let me know what you guys think for tonight's game. Who do you think is going to win? Is it going to be the Ravens at home? Is it going to be the away team in the Indianapolis Colts traveling to play the Baltimore Ravens? To play Lamar Jackson and the Ravens? That's all I got for you guys in this video. As always, I'll catch you guys next time.